Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As you can see by the title in today's video, I'm going over the top 5 center builds in NBA 2K20. Now there's going to be a lot of different styles. The screen is not froze, I'm just showing you this little screenshot right here. So this is from my dude Tay. Tay got 540s, bro. I have played this dude probably like 3 times, lost every single time. What I'm going to show you first, and this is number 5 build right here. I'm starting from 5 going to number 1. I'm going to show you the most dominant 1v1 build first. And bro, this thing is insane. So we're gonna get straight into it. It is a slash sharp center at 7'2". I'm gonna go ahead and just let you see all the details of this. I will suggest to also go with this balanced pie chart on this. But anyway, long story short, I'm showing you the most dominant 1v1 build first. Then a lot of them, as you're gonna see as we get through this, a lot of these are gonna be kind of, you know, your regular molds. It's gonna be the defenders and the rim sharps, and a couple of builds that you'll see are gonna be, they're obviously better than this in every situation other than 1v1 court. But I want to show you how crazy this build is on the 1v1 court. So like I said, my dude Tay, he goes on literally 100 game streaks so often, bro, and it's impossible to beat this dude. Now what makes it impossible is fades, hooks, post moves, and just everything involved in this. Like I said, he's got crazy deep hooks. Now right here I'm just showing, like, you don't need obviously certain things like perimeter D, steal, etc, etc. He has still very solid defensive badges at like 10 or 9 or so. But bro, like when you end up putting all the shot close up and stuff like that and the driving dunk. Now, big reason for the driving dunk, you're going to want to be able to get big man contact dunks. Now, you don't need that high of standing dunk either for the big man contact dunk. So, long story short, don't be paint mashing with this build. Literally what this is for is to be hitting like really good post hooks, really good post fades. Now, I want to pause it real quick on the badge count on this. Keep in mind that you want around 9 to 12 badges. He has like literally 3 Hall of Fame shooting badges. It's like Hot Start, Hot Zone Hunter, and Green Machine. He keeps those 3 on Hall of Fame because, bro, they work for hooks too. It's so crazy. But moving along, like I said, you get around like 90 hook, 90 fade. With also, when you go taller and bigger on the weight and bigger on the wingspan, you end up with like almost max strength. You're gonna see I don't go too high on the weight because you want to still keep around 50 driving dunk, or I think it's 55 actually that you need for the big man contact dunk. So just keep that in mind. Okay, actually I lied, it's like 50. All right, listen, I got a little bit of this stuff messed up. But anyway, obviously go post takeover, simple as that. This build is unstoppable, bro. And it's so crazy to me how this build is literally just unstoppable on the 1v1 court. Now, obviously the fact that you have free throw and stuff like that upgraded instead of 3-pointer makes it so it doesn't really fit in as very well to, you know, anything other than 1v1 court. But it could fit on the 2s. It's just you're going to be a kind of like not as efficient as a big man, just at the fact that you can't really shoot, but your archetype says you're a shooter. But like I said, what that does for your post scoring game to have Green Machine, Hot Start, and Hot Zone Hunter, bro, it's insane what this dude can do. I mean, the hooks that go in, it's crazy, bro. And like I said, Green Machine adds up. It's too wild, bro. It's too crazy. But anyway, so number 4, I have a Playmaking Defender for you guys. So this build is very, very interesting and different. So the whole big catch to this build, or like the good thing about it, now I'm gonna keep in mind too, you only need 45 driving standing dunk, I believe, or maybe it's 40. Whatever I went with was the number. I forget. I looked at it and now I don't really exactly remember. But as you go down in the height, your standing dunk obviously goes down. So you're gonna see we don't need as much as what I had there. But regardless, the whole point of this build, as you can see, I probably have OD playmaking badges. You don't need all that. You could probably put more of it into the defense, whatever your preference is. But my whole point of this build is you can run center. Like I'm talking, obviously your defensive ratings are great. You have solid pick and pop ability with like 10 shooting badges. Now obviously there's a reason this is number 4. There's 3 builds that are better than this in my opinion. I'm just showing you something different that you can make. Now at 6'9", you get 65 ball control. Keep in mind when you have that 65 ball control, when you get to 99.9, you could have 70 ball control while still having a big that, in my opinion, can dunk very well. You still get the standing dunks when you're wide open. And okay, so here's the thing about it though. If you take your wingspan up, your ball control will go down. That won't even be a factor into what you can do with the build. But, and like I said, the 70 ball control is nice to have as far as the dribble moves, but you can still do like solid dribble moves with 63. I'll put it like this. You'll have a lot more fun with 65. But if you want to go max wingspan for, like, you know, the defensive purposes, that's understood. But with all that said, you do get three-pointer as well for going a little lower on the wingspan. So just keep all that in mind. I think this build is mad interesting because of the fact that you get floor general, dimer, flashy passer, all those playmaking badges that could be really useful as far as gameplay, but especially the floor general. I mean, if you can run inside big, or not even the fact that you're an inside big, I understand you only have one finishing badge, but ideally you're going to be pick and popping with this build. If you got it in the sticks to be able to shoot with like 59, 60 three-pointer, something like that, I think it's going to be a great build. But anyway, moving along, obviously this is where things start to ramp up. I think 1 through 3 are by far the best builds. I probably messed up by, you know, starting at number 5 and going to number 1, but there's so much description and like detail to the number 1 build that I wanted to save for the end, because that alone takes so long and it would have probably lost your interest a little bit, at least the ones that, you know, are casual viewers. But anyway, moving along, at number 3 we have the sharp lock, but it's at center. So here's the thing, however, I am one that does not advocate for huge bigs. All right, so what I'm going to suggest to go with this build, 6'9", 6'10 ish, something like that. Now, one thing I didn't notice with this build is if you're going to play like a true like off ball, you know, role player big man, I would definitely max out the O board. I was thinking not to, because all you would really be doing is pick and popping anyway, but there's really no way to get good playmaking badges on this, and there's no way to get good driving badges. So what did I do? I basically just got the ratings that I feel like you should have. And now driving layup obviously should come down a little bit. Probably go close shot with that. And then right here, I think this looks pretty good. Now you're gonna see you can get a couple, like literally one badge by doing no driving dunk and going driving layup instead. Again, I don't think that's worth it. I don't think one extra badge is worth not having your driving dunk maxed. So I would advise just go with this. But the whole point of this, you're not gonna have the ball very often. You're gonna be a very good role player. You see at 6'9", you have 72 speed and like 67 excel. Then at 6'10", you have 63 excel with 69 speed. I think 6'10 to 6'9 is the sweet spot for this build. I would really advocate for doing that. Plus, I think it's right at the cutoff of where you get like the good three-pointer. So anyway, I ended up going 6'10". You can see the final attributes. You get 90 block, 86 D-board, 73 pointer. Obviously, we all know rim sharps are really good, and if you build it right, you're very good at finishing as well. Not that your badges are, but like your build can finish pretty solid. I mean, if you can dunk wide open, you can dunk wide open. It's simple as that. Now anyway, we're getting into number 2 and number 1. Number 2 and number 1 are my own builds, but number 1 is a very different version of my build, but I'm going to show the multiple different things you can do with it. Now, number 2, we got the slash defender. So you're going to go center, believe it or not. My build is a small forward. Now, if you want to be more of a hybrid where you get better playmaking badges, you get more playmaking badges as well, and you know, you could end up, the catch to it is if you go center, you get so many defensive badges. You can see you get 26 with this. Now, I would advise not to touch your shooting. I made this build, I upgraded my three-pointer all the way, and I hate it. I wish that I would have not touched three-pointer. What I ended up doing was I took the hit on steal. I ended up with still 7 playmaking badges, but I took the hit on steal, lowered my defense. I only have 21 defense instead of what I could have. As you can see, it's crazy. I mean, 26 defensive badges is so impactful. And to still have your Hall of Fame finishing badges and have, you're going to see at 6'9", you still get the 87 driving dunk. So at 85 is all you need, really. But this will be a good build right out the box. You can see you get 7 playmaking, 26 defense, and 17 finishing. If you want to like not do any playmaking, if you don't believe in that, then you can go ahead and just take it down and do the finishing. But I really advise it. At least have 3, bro. Quick first step is so impactful with this build. You can do so much more than you're like, I know if you're clicking on this video, your friends are probably asking you to make like some inside big man build. Yeah, as we know, holiday season coming up too, so this vid might end up helping some people. But as you're going to see, you don't get slash takeover by doing this. Now, you got to go a little lower on the weight if you're going to go center. If you go small forward, you can do it no matter what. You're going to see 219 is the sweet spot for the weight. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pause it. You can see at 219, sorry, we got a little adjustment to make. So at 219, you have 71 acceleration, 80 vert, 78 interior defense. It's not quite as good as what it would be maxed. So you can see you get around like 82 interior defense with some other attributes as well. But I would definitely advocate for, if you're going to make this build at center, you 100% want slasher takeover, bro. I promise you, it's the best takeover in the game. There ain't no doubt about it. I promise you. And we're going to get into number 1. The number 1 build, I'll explain why you're going to want slash takeover on that as well. So anyway, like I said, I was just showing you different weights that, you know, it works for and doesn't work for. I would maybe even advocate for take your wingspan down 1 tick, as you're going to see I do right here. This is what I did with my main build. I ended up with 60 ball control, and then you get the slash takeover. So at 60 ball control. When you have takeover, you have 70 ball control. So just keep that in mind. I think that's a big, like, really underrated thing as far as what you might need with this build, because 70 ball control on takeover allows you to do a lot more different dribble combos, and I would really suggest to do it. I mean, it's just one tick on the wingspan anyway. So anyway, moving along, I'm gonna go ahead and show you, and it's a really cool title too. It's glass cleaning finisher. I've never seen that actually. So my build is finisher. It's just straight up finisher at small forward. If you want to take a look into that, I have another video on that. But I wanted to show you guys more of like something that would appease to, you know, the common people, not so much, you know, my own build. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. We gotta reset this real quick. So number one build, it is a pure lockdown. Now the thing about the pure lockdown is, you're going to see I started 6'9" small forward. And I really feel like that is the way to go. If you go 6'9" instead of these stupid, like, pure rims who decide, oh, I want to make my dude 6'11", 7'3", stuff like that. Listen, at 6'8", and sorry, I lied. It's not 6'9", it's 6'8". At 6'8", you get 85 driving dunk. Again, that allows you to get all contact dunks. You are a finisher, bro. You're a finisher inside of a pure lockdown's body. You're going to see you get 30 defensive badges. You can upgrade all your finishing stuff. Again, I don't advocate for touching shooting. You got to embrace the fact that you are not going to be able to shoot on this build. If you want to be able to shoot as a big man, make the rim sharp. It's simple as that. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. But can the rim sharp get contact dunks? Absolutely not. Can the rim sharp get 30 defensive badges with 99 almost everything on defense? Absolutely not. Now, again, I touched the playmaking a little bit. Like I said, I would really just, if I were you, I would embrace the fact that you cannot shoot with this build. But anyway, you're going to see, as you upgrade the wingspan and all this stuff, bro, I mean, and you can see this last tick doesn't really matter. But anyway, I'd probably go lock takeover on this. Now, what I would suggest too, you're going to see the ratings. You get 61 ball control. That's big. And like I said, the 85 driving dunk is huge. Now, you only have 71 driving layup. Now, what I'm going to say is you cannot get slash takeover if you make it a 6'8" small forward. You can't even get it if you make it a 6'7" small forward. So what you're going to see me do, I make a couple different variants of this build for you guys to test out if you ever want to try it. So at shooting guard, you can still be 6'7". 6'7", I know it turns a lot of you guys off as far as, like, you know, the height that you want to play big man as, and being a shooting guard obviously doesn't really, you know, fit into that mold. Now, if the teammates you run with are both point guards, being a shooting guard hurts you nothing at all, in my opinion. And if anything, you get more playmaking badges regardless. So I would probably suggest to do something like this. You're gonna see you could get, like, I think around 10, but you're gonna see I'm just playing with some of these ratings, just testing it out. You can get 14 and 9 while still getting 30. But like I said, you can go 6'7", and even go max weight. You could even just max this thing out and max your wingspan and everything too. You get 84 into your D with 95 block. I think a lot of you guys are probably sleep on this build. You could be 6'7", all that stuff, slash takeover. Again, slash takeover is so impactful. I have another video as well, if you care to check it out, that shows you all the impacts of what takeovers do what as far as ratings go. There's, in case you're curious, every takeover gets +5 to every single attribute, but certain takeovers get +10s. Slasher and lockdown are so insane. Now, one thing you're gonna see right here, I'm going to the playmaking badges. I'm showing you there's not much you can pick from. So what I'm going to suggest is, if you want to go by my advice, if you take a 1 inch more hit, you're going to see, I'll just fast forward through this. So you're going to see we go all the way back out to the menu. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be turned off by this. It doesn't make a lot of sense for you to do. Sorry, I ended up skipping the part that you need to see. So what we ended up doing with this, I go back all the way in and just reset this thing. So you're going to see, I'm going to go ahead and make it a point guard, bro. Point guard. So with this, you get floor general and dimer. So again, the whole point of that, as I talked on number 4 with the playmaking defender, was having the playmaking is obviously pretty impactful. Now, at a 6'5", 6'6" point guard, you can go ahead and, bro, and a lot of people are going to be sleep on this. You're probably disliking the video right now. Listen, I would really advocate, go ahead and check out my other videos on the little big man. All this stuff is so entertaining too, bro. So what I do with this build, I have mine at 6'5". So I have 9 playmaking, 16 finishing, and 30 defense. So what I do, sometimes I'll 1v1 on this build, 30 defensive badges. Trust me, bro, this thing is out of this world. Now, you're going to see the block rating goes up so much higher as you go with these, like, attributes, but you're going to see the difference between 6'6" and 6'5" isn't that big, except for the perimeter and speed attributes. So all I'm saying is, if you go 6'5", you end up with 99 speed, 99 excel, and 99 vert at 99.9 overall. That's a whole lot of 99s, I was just saying. But anyway, you get slash takeover with this. Now, at 6'5", you can speed boost on takeover. Keep that in mind. You have 72 ball control, and when you get takeover at 98 overall, you can literally do the like crazy behind the back. It's such an insane build. You guys got to check out the videos if you're new to the channel. And long story short, you can see I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. You get gold dimer, gold floor general, and I usually just put quick first step on. As you see, I'm having troubles finding it, but anyway, long story short, this is an insane build. If you want to go a more traditional route and go 6'7" shooting guard or like a 6'8" small forward, I understand if you want to go with that. But I'm just saying, the shorter you go, the more perks there are. Now, I'm going to just back out of this. So, long story short, I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. So, at 6'8", you can get contact dunks, but you can't get slash takeovers. But you can be a small forward. So, keep all that in mind. At 6'7", as a shooting guard, you can get slash takeover, but you don't get dimer, you don't get floor general. At 6'6" point guard, you get dimer, floor general. Now, at 6'5", you can do that crazy behind the back once you reach 98 overall. Again, go check out the videos, bro. I'm so glad I made that build, and it is insane. It's such a crazy build. But anyway, other than that, this is about it for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, all that good stuff. Turn on them noties. Let's try to get this to like 1,000 likes or so. That'd be tight. But anyway, regardless, if you made it to the end of the video, put Little Big Man in the comments again. I love that title, bro. So anyway, long story short, these are the two builds. I always say long story short too. I don't know why, bro. A lot of people be getting on me for that too. But anyway, I have the 6'5" lock right here. We're 99.9, I believe, with that, and then I'm 99.8 or something on the main build. So this is the finisher, and then this is the two-way finisher. Yeah. So basically, you get the deal. Go check out the videos if you haven't already. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, leave Little Big Man in the comments if you made it to the end of the video. But other than that, take it easy, man. Peace.